Chapter 1. The 24th of March 2023. Canterbury, England. Private Eye Bettie English normally liked to spend her Fridays doing private eye work, investigating crimes and helping people in any way that she could. Then the rest of the week, she could continue to be an amazing, in the words of her friends and boyfriend, mother to her two precious little twins. What she didn't want to do was be on a video call for her assistant at the British Private Eye Federation for 3 hours, whilst the two of them spoke about their dire funding problem. Betty was so glad to be out of the house today, as her nephew Sean and his boyfriend Harry looked after the kids, and she knew that the kids were going to have an amazing time with their cousin, like they always did. Betty sat at her large brown desk in her great office, just above the cobblestone high street of Canterbury. It had been ages since she had gotten to be here for a day where she could enjoy the distant laughing and chatting of young university students, and the music played by street performers. That was something she loved about Canterbury. It was always such a young city, seamlessly mixed with the ancient historical ruins of the past littered around the entire city. It was a perfect place to live, eat and raise a family. Betty loved it here. Granted, she seriously needed to clean her office at some point. The black sofa tucked against one corner was starting to look a little dusty, the tiny kitchen area she had created in the opposite corner needed a wipe down at the very least, and her brown desk, well, that was just covered in papers and other nonsense that Betty really didn't want to think about. She was going to have to clean all of that straight after her video call. Her assistant, Fran, was on the computer screen smiling, talking away like Betty was some big CEO of a massive international company that was about to file bankruptcy if she didn't do something soon. Maybe she was. As much as Betty loved being the president of the British Private Eye Federation, when she had banned the far left and far right elements from the federation, she was still amazed at how many sponsors, and how many millions upon millions of pounds disappeared from the federation in a single day. Thankfully, a loan bank, a donation from the British monarchy, and Betty's own savings had managed to keep the entire federation afloat, but Betty needed a longer-term solution, so the federation wouldn't have to make cuts to something. She knew exactly where Fran and the other private eyes in the membership would want to cut first. They would want to cut all non-private eye-related ideas. Meaning the soup kitchens, homeless shelters and food banks that Betty loved supporting would all have to stop. Betty wasn't going to allow that for a single moment. She loved those charities and causes, and wasn't going to stop supporting them for
Sample complete. Ready to continue?